Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of this series discussing business ideas. In the last video we discussed how to find a business idea, but first and foremost we spoke a little bit about our journeys individually and how we came up with our business ideas and how we've then turned our passion or things that we really care about into a fully fledged business now. So today's video, first of all, if you haven't done so already, go back and watch the first one and then come back and watch this one. Not that we're trying to lose you or anything, but it's just not going to make any sense otherwise. So today we're going to talk about...
And if you haven't already as well, subscribe. Yeah?
Yeah. If you haven't already, then please like, comment and subscribe on the last video, this video, and the one before that, and the one before that, and the one next week, and the one after that. It's just continual, you know.
Absolutely.
Today we're going to talk about how to build an online business and why it's so important to have a digital presence for traditional business owners who may not have a presence online already. Now, who is kicking things off, guys? Who's gonna go first?
Come on, Joss.
This is both all of our territory, to be honest. Okay, so what are we tackling first, Miraj?
Let's tackle. Let's go flip reverse, right? You're Mr. Business Owner who has a bricks and mortar business, but you don't have an online presence. A, you don't understand why it's so important because you've traditionally built your business for so long on word of mouth and traditional client base, whatever. And B, you wouldn't know how to approach it. So what do you do?
Excellent question. Okay, so if I wouldn't know what to do, the first thing you do is start reading up about it. There's great YouTube videos, there's Audible books, there's go to your local Waterstones or WH Smith. You can always pick a marketing book. But I think it's best to see what all the fuss is about. It's always good to do your research and understand what you're getting yourself into before diving in. Why is it so important? 2020 kind of made that quite clear after the pandemic hit and everything was forced to go digital. It's an unfortunate thing to kind of see the importance for a digital business, but people that were already prepared had a bit more smoother transition compared to people that were purely relying on face-to-face sales and business. I think the main benefits of an online business is it's just another avenue where you can make sales, right? It's just another avenue where another touch point, more to say, where people can build a relationship with your brand, get to know your brand, get to know your business, support your business, and it's just another way for you to build more relationships. That's what businesses are. It's all about building relationships and working with other people, collaborating together. Businesses aren't entities, they're people.
Yes.
At the end of the day, right? So it's just another platform to kind of get to know people. I think depending on what type of business you have and what you're doing, where you're operating, whether it's a B2C company or a B2B, there's multiple benefits of having a digital and online business. If people, let's just say you're working from 9 to 5, let's just say someone's working quite late and they want to get to know your business, but their office hours are closed, right? How do they find out more information about you? Oh, you have a website. You have information, you have an About Us page, they can maybe see some of your clients, some of your case studies, they can see some of your products, they know how to contact you directly, what times you're available. There's even if you have Google My Business and you have your where you are based, where your maps are, all your information can come up. It's just so much easier for people to start understanding who you are, your business, and kind of get to know you and do their research beforehand. And there's really no harm in that for you, right? Fair enough, there's these overhead costs and stuff that you're paying, but if you get one sale out of it or two sales out of it, depending on your business, you've pretty much made back your year's commitment.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where you might not even need a website. You might just, if you're selling some stuff and you're just starting off, you can maybe look at social media, right? You can go look at Pinterest or Instagram, and that's totally free to make. There's no cost for that. And you can start promoting your goods on there. Being digital, it's such a huge playing field. You can pick exactly what you like and what you're comfortable doing, and you can kind of take it from there. But yeah, I mean, I there's so many other points, but I don't want to say everything because I'm gonna get sick of my own voice. But Ozzy, you're also, you have a lot of experience on online branding and marketing, so
absolutely. And this subject is something I've done so much public speaking, talked in events, that how to have a very strong web presence. So this is something, again, I'm gonna be only a few minutes because I can take all day. Okay. When I talk to business owners and they're traditional business owners, they have never done anything online. The very first thing I say is work on your foundation. And your foundation is not what you sell and what you do. You build your foundation by study your audience, by study your customers. So go over to reach out to your customers, even though you don't have website, you don't have anything, right? Simple things. Ask your customers, where do they spend the spare time on? Okay, what they do on their spare time, what they do on their break time, right? What they do during the day, what's their routine, what's their favorite color, and the things they like. Based on that, once you do some research, if you don't know how to create survey forms online, literally just print out a piece of paper, hand out to your customers. And after, obviously, if you're not doing it digitally, it's a little bit more work. You will know towards the end of it, right? You only have to run the survey with 100 walk-in customers to your shop, and you will know what should be your brand colors, and what product they should be selling in front of them, what kind of behavior they carry, what is their ethnographic study. You can do all sort of studies based on their behavior and mood and their actions, and what is their motive for actions. Why do they buy? Why do they walk into your customers? What do they like about it? Based on that, when you gather all that information, then you can reach out to any web developer, web designer, and say, look, this is the information I have, and I want you to build something around it. So that is not going to be just web presence that I exist on the web. No, I want the website that would take my customers by the hand and show them step by step. Here's the answers. We have got what you're looking for, and sort out their problems and resolve. And if you're selling product, take them by the hand and show them this is the exact same product with the exact same service, except we're not actually in person, we're digital, but we're still there for you. That is my actually advice for people who are running a traditional business and they want to get involved in actually online website and online trading side of things, that work on your foundation. And once you have a really strong foundation, what builds your foundation is your customers, is your audience, is your followers, not your product, not your salespeople, not yourself. That's your customers. That is my advice, guys.
That was really good. That was like literally a step by step.
That's the fundamental of business, is know your audience.
Yeah, that was literally a step by step. I mean, I think you guys covered pretty much everything. The only thing I would add to that is online presence, to me, builds credibility. Consumers look at. I mean, okay, so say if you've got a business and most of your customers are in like a older age group, right? And a lot of them don't use online right now, but their kids and the younger customers that are coming in, they grew up on a digital era. They're going to be your customers for the next 10, 20, 30 years. They're going to get most of their information from online, and that's why it's really important to have that digital presence, because you need to ensure the longevity of your business.
Absolutely.
For your audience, right? So that's, I guess that for me is the main reason why digital presence is so important. In terms of you having a successful business that hasn't been digital up until this point, being online and being, doing marketing and having social media channels and stuff, a lot of businesses don't get, they don't survive just off the sales of that. It's not about that. Marketing is an ongoing thing. It's a marathon. It's not like it's not like you turn on an Instagram page and you get like 100 sales. It doesn't work like that. It's about brand awareness and social proof, right? So, and I think that. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no. So you're bang on right there, but it's more. it's a process, right?
Yeah.
And one thing we're also trying to make sure that everything is clear. It's you need to also have a balance. You need, like, being digital and being offline, there has to be a marriage of the two.
100%.
You can't just stick to one extreme. There has to always be a balance in the whole process.
Yeah.
But when it comes to marketing, advertising, and sales, each of those are processes in building out a brand. So your marketing is what Ozzy said. It's kind of understanding your customer, understanding what they like, what their needs are, where they're sitting. Once you kind of have that information, you can then start advertising. You can kind of create all the content, can hit all the platforms where they're sitting, and you're basically building things that they will like, and you know they will like and grab their attention. And then the sales element of it is, instead of you being there in person, it's then how do you convert, and how do you make sure that things that they're liking convert to a sale? And that whole journey then contributes to the brand, because each of those interactions is bang on. You're going to build up a relationship with them, whether it's digital or offline. They will start to get to know you and have a positive attitude kind of towards your brand, and build up an association. Like, for example, Nike is great, right? I always use Nike as a good example, because if you think of them, you just think of sports. You think of maybe your favorite football team. You think of maybe running or shoes or trainers, because they've always built up that association. And whatever you do, you always know it's going to be quality. You know that they have a certain standard around them, and that's because of each of those touch points within their marketing, within their advertising, what they're showing you, as well as when you go into a Nike shop, the experience that you gain contribute to the overall brand. And it's a continuous investment, and you don't know when that investment is going to pay off, but you're laying the foundations for building that association, and it all comes together.
Absolutely. And online isn't just about sales. There's one thing that online can give you which sometimes offline can't, which is data. You can see what your customers are looking for. They might be purchasing something in your shop, and every week they're going across town to purchase something somewhere else, and it could just be a matter of you stocking it and taking those sales for yourself, but you don't know that because you can't see their activity. You don't know what they're doing, right? In the same way that if someone's left a review on your premises or on your business and you're not exposed to that, and it's a very easy fix that's going to ensure it's going to ensure customer retention, or it's going to attract new customers. But this is why digital is so important, because it's all driven by data, and that is key.
Like you could literally find out not just where they go, they shop, and their age, their devices, everything. What time they're using their devices. Like, you could target them around. You can tailor your marketing activities around these data points.
Yeah.
And that's where the circle comes in, right, for the brand, because for each of those touch points, once you've got the sale, once you've got the data, it goes back into your marketing, and then you're able to even tailor it even more and streamline it even more to get better results, and then to improve your sales and get more sales. And again, it's about building that relationship, though, because once you've built the relationship with the customer and you know their needs and their wants, you can give them a better experience.
100%.
And that better experience will then contribute to your brand.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that makes sense in terms of existing businesses, right? If you're, and Ozzy, you've given like a really good step-by-step. If you're an existing established bricks and mortar business, how do I move to have a digital presence, and why is it important? Like, we've covered that. Let's take a scenario where you are a brand new person and you want to start an online business, right? First thing, like, let's do step by step. What do you need to be able to start an online business? Ozzy, you might as well kick things off on this one.
Yeah. Okay. Number one, most of the people, when they look for an online income, they're specifically not really passionate about these things. They just want a residual income. They just want something. This is a fashion or trend these days that I'm making an online income. I'm making $2,000 every month from an online. So there's a lot of things you can do. I've done pretty much everything what you could think of. I've done affiliate marketing on ClickBank, JVZoo, all these flashy digital stuff, whatever you can think of. All these, I promoted online courses. In fact, at one stage, I have built a course. Actually, paid 2 courses, one paid course and one free course, trading course. And then paid course actually stopped there. And it's like, you know what, I need to build the better content around it. So, but I let the free course run, right, for last maybe 6-7 years, 4 years or something. Recently,
where's this? What do you host it on?
Udemy.
Okay.
Yeah. So Udemy, once you go onto Udemy, search for my name, Ozzy Raza, and you will see one free course of stock market analysis course. And my rating is 4.5, so I'm going to big myself up a bit, you know. And I've got over 9,000 students there. I never even knew how I built that kind of audience.
Wow.
Recently, I was approached by someone, and there was a free hosting platform. I built something, I recorded my screen, how to analyze. Maybe took me maybe few hours editing all that and then post that course. The quality is even really, really bad as well, but it's a real value. And recently somebody approached me and they wanted to offer me $2 per lead. Like, that's something I've never done anything, you know?
Wow.
And I turn around and say, you know what? No, I want $5 per lead. Obviously, we didn't close that deal, but that's an opportunity there. I can walk into any trader out there who's running a trading school, online school, and say, look, there you go, I've got a course. So you could actually earn from anywhere. You could actually promote these courses from Udemy, from Skillshares, anything you like. You can go into affiliate websites like ClickBank and JVZoo. And Warrior Plus, there was another one. I don't know if it still exists or not. You know, you have Amazon. You can promote Amazon products.
Yeah.
You could just create designs and submit. That's obviously a lot of us know that. You know, that submit these designs. You can do so many things. The opportunity is endless when it comes to online business and online making money opportunities.
Yeah. So you've got. Essentially there you've got courses, right? Like courses is an example. You've given two examples of online businesses. One is courses and one is affiliate marketing. Like, you know, that's two different ways to make money online. What do
you say?
And Jas, as in I'll give it to Jas and then I guess I'll go at the end. What if you're someone like us three who wants to build a business, like an online business, in terms of
online business.
Did you see me like RA Republic or Smart Web or My Locum Choice?
So
yeah, what would you need to do?
I think for that, like the first thing you need to do obviously is figure out what your idea is going to be.
Yeah.
And it goes in whether you're an existing business or a new business, your key fundamentals has to be knowing your customer. It's that market research and that initial understanding of what their requirements are, what exactly what you said, where they're looking, what their favorite color is, what their favorite platforms are, like what type of would they even use that business or kind of use that idea that you're talking about. Once you've got that validation and you've asked like 100 people or 150 people, whatever it is, and you've kind of got some people interested and curious about it already, then you have confidence to then go out and then actually start building out that business. Because if you've had those conversations, you can guarantee if you've had 100 conversations, take the 10% rule, you might be lucky in 10% of those people, 10 of those people might actually be interested in the product itself, and they might be waiting for you to get started, and one of them might even be your first customer. So it's first validating your business and understanding what your customer needs, because actually, I'll give you an example. One of my clients that I'm currently working with, they're a totally brand new startup. They're building up a software from scratch, and they're talking to potential users, and they're getting validation from them that, hey, is this a good idea? Yes, it is. But I would like if this feature is in it, or I like it in this particular way. And then you go and speak to person B, and you're like, well, how about, and you offer them, hey, what do you think about this solution? They're like, oh, actually, yeah, this is really good. I would like this as well. And then you start building out a list. And now you've got a couple of people that are interested. They're having conversations with you. That idea is now validated. And now you can move towards actually making something which you know there's going to be a market for and people would want to use and utilize. So that's kind of, I'd say,
so then the next step is building a site, or
and the next step exactly is building out a product, building out a site, building out a platform, whatever it is building out a touch point.
I'll give you a quick example. Okay, sorry. I'll let you finish, Jas. Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Essentially, it's just building a touch point or building a website or whatever, where people can contact you and build a relationship with you online or get to know your product.
It's very simple step, right? Let's say I'll give you an example and a step-by-step procedure. Let's say you're passionate about animals. Let's say you're passionate about dogs, because a lot of people are. Go and search for dogs website, right? There's plenty, hundreds of blogs out there, right? Pick 5 blogs that you like and look at their engagement. Check out all their social media channels, right? And if you've got any dog, and I'm sure if you're passionate about dog, you must have dog, right? Start taking pictures. We're living in the era, it doesn't matter where you're from, where do you live, how do you look, as long as you're passionate about something and there's a market out there who would actually look at your content, you still can make money. Just start building your content around dog. Take your pictures, how your dog reacts when you give him a treat, like every single thing, and document everything in the form of video and pictures, and start posting on the social media channels. I bet you your channel will grow. It might not grow overnight, but yes, it will have a slow, sustainable growth, but yeah, it will grow. Give it a couple of years, and then you'll have a business before you know it.
Yeah. That's cool. That sounds good. So we've.
How about you, Miraj?
I mean, there's a lot of different ways to make money online. That, like Ozzy gave a couple of examples. I would probably say that they're best utilized as side hustles. Maybe I'd probably call them like side hustles.
Yeah, I agree.
There's not many people that I know that do those kind of things as their full-time job, unless they've been doing it for years and they're super successful. So that's obviously one area, and then the second area is what you discussed, Jas, which was if someone wants to build a business which just happens to be like an online business, like an e-commerce business, or like a booking platform or whatever it is, for the long term, like a sustainable long-term business, then we've covered that. In terms of what I think, my favorite online area to make money right now is in education. For me, that's the biggest area for me. It's so diverse. You've got course creation, like Ozzy said, platforms like Udemy, Skillshare, Teachables. You've got physically working as a teacher, like an online English teacher or something. You can platforms like Cambly or Preply, or what's the other one, Dada, ABC, Wales English, all of these platforms where you can actually be paid to teach English. Or, I mean, some of them actually you don't even have to teach anything. Like Cambly is where you just talk to people and you're just being paid to talk to people. And then there's obviously the more, not professional, but the all-encompassing creating your business of your own online in education, in areas where you could effectively set up your own consultancy or teaching company, or whatever, tutoring or whatever.
That's
it is.
a very good point.
Yeah, so education for me is the most diverse area with loads of different applications where you can potentially do really well. In terms of my favorite platform for education, and I'm going to be biased here, is YouTube. Right?
Yeah.
We have to plug it in. Yeah. YouTube for me. So for a lot of people that watch YouTube, like the people that are watching us, we're very transparent here. We don't hide anything. Yeah. For a lot of people that are watching us, like our channel, they probably think there's 3 lads here that have got onto a channel to basically talk about what they want to talk about. Yeah. That's true. That's 50% true. But YouTube is actually a business as well. YouTube, to me, in terms of social media, is my favorite for many different reasons. There is a point where you can actually start to generate revenue from YouTube, from your channel. Whereas with platforms like Instagram or Facebook, effectively your biggest income generator comes from diverting your followers to another touch point, like Jas said, like generating a sale of your new product, or generating traffic to your website, or generating them to Amazon to buy your product. Whereas YouTube has multiple different revenue streams, and one is built into the platform where you're paid by Google AdSense, right? So obviously we love what we do, and the money comes second, and we do this because we enjoy it, and we do this because we want to help people, and we want to educate them on entrepreneurship, because we've done it and we love talking about it. But ultimately, as entrepreneurs, we have to look at the return on our time, and a target for us is to be able to generate income from YouTube. So YouTube for me is probably my favorite platform. Although we haven't monetized yet, although we haven't made anything from it yet, there's going to be a point in time where we are starting to be paid for actually doing what we love doing. So I think, you know, online business for me is, and actually one more thing I missed was digital courses, like ebooks and digital courses. You know, that's huge.
Yeah.
Like that's massive. Like that's another way. So I think we can do another.
Well.
Yeah, we can do another video on all the different ways you can make money online.
Yeah.
And there's probably like 50 different ways, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But the underlying point to this video is, if you want to start an online business, then do it. Are you late to the game? No, you're not. And there's loads of different ways that you can create a business online and make money online. So if you're thinking about it, just go and do it.
Yeah, the most difficult and the biggest kind of hurdle for doing a business online is honestly just yourself.
Yeah.
Because all you need is a phone, which I'm betting you have in your pocket, or you're probably watching on this right now, and literally just putting time in and a bit of effort.
It's the best invention, guys, especially for this era. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Phones, computers, internet.
Absolutely.
Job
I'll
done.
tell you something very, very funny before we wrap it up. I saw actually dog consultant online. So what he does actually, he goes online and teach people how to actually give your dog a potty training and how to get them obey you and stuff like that. How to have an obedient dog, and he's got blogs.
But remember, Ozzy, right?
It's mental.
Effectively, he's done something, right? He's a dog trainer who probably traditionally got his customers by word of mouth, going to their houses. What he's done is he's packaged up his speciality, moved it online to someone who doesn't know what dog trainers are, like us, or what they do. We would think, oh, that's like a completely random thing. What he's actually not done anything different. He's just repackaged his skill, moved it online to offer it as a brand new service.
Call himself dog consultant.
And rebrand it as a dog consultant.
And this goes back to our first video as well. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely check that. And as I said, there's probably multiple job titles out there which we don't know about, but some of them are going to be absolutely amazing and like something great.
Yeah, you can be a panda keeper. Have you seen that? You can be a full-time panda keeper.
Actually, where I lived in China, where I was working, there's an area in Sichuan called Chengdu. That's where the panda sanctuary is. So
no way.
Pandas.
Wow.
Dude, that looks so fun. Like if I could do another job, I wouldn't mind doing that. Like just hugging pandas all day.
Absolutely, that would be
they charge
amazing.
you £100 to hug a panda, baby panda.
No way.
£100
To hug a panda.
And you have to wear like a white suit, where you wear a white suit to hold a baby panda.
Wow.
And you pay £100, and you only get it for like 30 seconds, one photo, and then they take it away from you.
Yeah.
Absolute
Did you
con.
get your picture taken for £100?
I did not. I refused.
Oh, that's good.
I was like, I saw them in their little area, and I was like, I'm happy enough. They look adorable, but I don't want to wear a full white suit.
So, in case you don't want to start an online business, but you're looking for a new job, you can be a professional panda hugger.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's everything for this one. Yeah. Should we wrap up?
I think so. Very happy
pretty
enough.
good.
Yeah.
That's it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to the second part of this series where we discuss online businesses, how to find business ideas, and how you can move to a more digital presence. If you haven't watched the first part, then make sure you watch that. And if you haven't yet done so already, then please do like, comment and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of future video releases, and we will see you next time.
He does it too good, man. He does it too good.
Yeah, I know. We can't match that. We just can't match that.
Absolutely. Okay, guys.
It's just
Thank
because
you.
I've done it like a
Take
million
care, everyone.
times.